Good news. Lumber prices post the biggest ever weekly drop with buyers balking. That's a lot of alliteration there. Lumber futures posted their biggest ever weekly loss last week, extending a tumble from all-time highs reached last month as sawmills ramp up output and buyers hold off on purchases. You would too at $100 a sheet for plywood. Now, prices in Chicago fell 18% last week, the biggest decline for the most active futures in record ever. Going back to 1986, lumber has now dropped 40% from the record high reached on May 10th. And here we are down at that bottom. Wow. Sawmills appear to be catching up with the rampant home building demand in North America that fueled a months-long rally, bringing some relief to a market beset by supply shortages and price surges. Buyers are balking at still historically elevated prices for wood and awaiting for additional supplies, setting off a cascading sell-off, an analyst said. Now, as of this morning, it has board feet for lumber has dropped below 1,000 for the first time in a very long time. U.S. lumber production has responded to the price rally by ramping up output over 5%, and that will increase by another 5% over the next 6 months, while the futures drop, which means prices are going to go down, thankfully. Now, while lumber prices may finally be pulling back from the stratospheric highs, they will not return to normal for a year or so, maybe 2 years, but they should be at least dropping by half of the current price in the coming future. Now, lumber prices this morning sunk below $1,000 for the first time since March and is now down 40% since May's record, as we said, which is good news. With strong U.S. home building expected to last for the next several years, lumber prices will remain above $500 per thousand board foot, but right now they're at $1,000 per thousand board foot, which was double the actual value of the wood. And so that is the state of the state. Similar things are going to be happening in other markets where we go from inflation to deflation. This deflationary period starts now for lumber as the mills are increasing output and people just aren't buying the wood. So at some point, the prices, they will come down. Hope you got something out of the video. Boom! It's not all gloom and doom. Buy a sawmill, used recycled lumber, or wait it out. The price of wood, well, wow. It's coming down, folks.